All righty, we're here live. Almost. Nobody online yet, so not to worry. Good evening. Is the frequency in use? All righty. My name is Paul, K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Nothing heard? Please jump in anytime if you have an emergency, but no cooking advice for Thanksgiving, please, unless there's a qualified cooking member on the staff. A break for any time if you do have an emergency. For information on this net, you can see us right now on YouTube, or look it up under my call, K4PEW, or under the word Brain Trust, BRAINTRUSTS. Or you can look us up on groups. Well, let's go with the first one first. It's 146415.net. 146415. A little bit, and also groups.io. There in the search thing for MJSS, which is Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. We always meet, almost always, 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And we conduct the net on 146.415 FM Simplex, in case anybody was off frequency. The purpose of the net is truly to have fun, to get to know other people, hear how you're the meter on the screen, and you can also see the how other people can, how their signal to me compares to yours and to myself. So anyway, and people have upgraded systems. Lots of people have upgraded their systems in some capacity, either higher antennas, or they replace their antennas, or they put up a tower, or they doubled the height of their antennas. There's been all kinds of crazy things going on because people really like to do better on Simplex. And that's really the purpose, is to make us better equipped to handle an emergency if ever one came up. We're able to handle things in a communication way to help our families and our local neighbors, and as well as the community at large. So anyway, we all become resources in the world of ham radio. We invite everyone to use the net to announce amateur radio events and activities. Does anybody have any announcements? Well, let me do mine first. So we have, let's see, it's Thanksgiving Eve. So we're having, everybody I hope is getting ready for Thanksgiving and time with their family and friends. But the announcements for, see, today is Wednesday, so Saturday we have a net, and that's probably the only big announcement I have at the moment. Anybody else have any announcements? I forgot about the Thursday night Wilson County Amateur Radio Club's net. I forgot about that. And that's, of course, at 8 Thursdays. And that's on 147.105 plus offset and a 156.7 tone, and also at 7:30. I forgot about that too. But the announcements routinely go out now without me even doing anything, aside from putting it on the calendar on that group's site. And that's 146.430 on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. That's Tuesday. They do it Tuesday and Thursday, but since tomorrow's Thursday, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have it in spite of being Thanksgiving. So, does anybody else need any information on that, or do they have further announcements? Nothing heard. We're taking, this is net number 539, and we're starting tonight from the west. So please come now from the west.
KN4 TJF.
Hey, Rick. You doing okay tonight? You got a turkey ready, or are you going out to eat?
Oh, no. We're in here as we speak doing our thing. Getting ready for some.
All right. Yeah, I've had, I think I had one Thanksgiving. I can't remember when it was, but we bought some of those turkey slices you buy in the frozen foods department, and we ate those.
Hey, whatever works. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. I hope everybody is as blessed as I am, and
this side of the sod and sitting upright and taking solid food.
That's the big one. That's right. Yeah. So you got a big dinner planned, Paul?
Yeah. My wife, due to her work at the Postal Service, she works Thanksgiving, works Christmas, works Easter, works all the holidays, and just gets paid double time.
I see. I've actually got to work a half day myself tomorrow, so I can. But it's time and a half, so I'm not going to buck at it.
No, that's right. It's better than well, it's better than not getting paid at all. Well, very good, Rick. Good to have you in there. That's Rick from Ashland City. The call is Kilo November 4 Foxtrot, and it's good to have you in there. Good to have you in there, Rick. Who else? Wes, please come in.
KM4YRF, Rick's slightly, and KD4IAL.
Hey, how are you doing too? Hold on. We got Michael.
Well, hello, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing great. I started watching a movie on part time, but I would have had to stop the movie. But I had finished like at 7 minutes to 8.
For you?
Well, it's worked out good. It's a pretty decent movie. You know? I can't remember the name of it now, but it was a good movie. Let's see. Well, anyway, is everything going well for you, Michael?
Yeah, I had a kind of a slow day at work today. Got off a little early and got getting stuff ready for the big day tomorrow.
You're not eating? Are you eating with Rick, or are you eating over there with the good food over at your mom?
I'm going to Mount Juliet and eat some good food there.
Very good, very good. Well, good to have you in there. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Friday off, or are you working?
No, I'm off Friday. I'm off until Monday. Woohoo!
Wow, this is like what are they? Something holiday, workman's holiday, bellman's holiday. There's a name for that. I forget the name.
I just call it good.
You get 4 days off. And did you get a regular work day today?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I left about 4 o'clock, and we normally work until 4:30. Much all day, but it was easy.
Yeah, I got you. Mine was easier though.
I'll bet it was.
No, I actually did something. The traffic this afternoon is pretty busy at 3:30, 4 o'clock. Everybody was leaving work early. Well, very good. That was Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, and he is over in Belshire. I heard Harold in there. Harold, how you doing? Kilo India Alpha Lima.
Hey, good evening. Hey, we're doing good. I have a question, a trivia question.
All right.
Is it too early to have a Christmas tree up yet? Different answers there. But everything's going, getting ready for the turkey day. And youngins are going to be showing up tomorrow morning. So it'll be an enjoyable time. And like everybody else, I'm off until Monday. So, yeah, we're having a day.
So they closed the plant down for Thanksgiving those 4 days?
This year they did.
Wow.
But this year they did.
Yeah, did they give a reason that made it different?
Yeah. Or down, but whatever. We got too many vehicles. We built too many.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, well, those are the ups and downs of the business world, unfortunately. And it's not easily predictable in any market. The market's going to hold up in terms of sales. And you can't certainly wait for sales and then manufacture.
Right, exactly.
Very good, Harold. I'll ask everybody. It's funny. It was I know when you were younger, Christmas trees didn't go up and sales didn't go on until after Thanksgiving, etc. But now it's like as soon as Halloween ends, there's Christmas stuff going up.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought I'd throw the trivia question out there. See what people thought about putting a tree up. My neighbor's already got ornaments out in the yard.
Yeah, my mother had a neighbor most of the year in his yard.
Said that they were a little nutty though.
Yeah, you'd have to know him. Nice guy, and they were both. I'll just say that they were. Neither of them seemed to be playing with a full deck. Let's put it that way.
Understand. There's times I wonder if I am.
Well, are any of us fully time. But no, in their case, very nice people. Don't misunderstand me. They just were, they were both disabled, and he got the biggest kick out of that. And his fault, he seemed like a real nice fellow. All right, that was Harold Drive in South Nashville. I guess you call it South Nashville, don't you, Harold?
Yeah, it's the Peregrine Mills.
Peregrine what?
Peregrine Mills.
Oh, Peregrine Mills. I thought you said, I didn't want to say it. Alpha Lima, and that's Harold. Good signal. To get over there to Peregrine Mills. Who else we got? West, please come.
Mobile.
Hey, hold on one second. Who was the first one in? I got Victor Charlie. Who was the other one?
KB9 OCD there, Paul. We're trying to make it through on the Mobile. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're doing fine. A little bit of picket fence doing tonight.
Real good. We're going to go in and collect some of that holiday pay tonight and be going to Kansas City.
Ah, you're.
No, I'm on the way from the house to the terminal. I'm on the four-wheeler, but I just thought I'd give this whether I'd make it or not because it's so noisy.
Oh, yeah, no, you're doing fine. I mean, it's not a fantastic audio because of the picket fencing and being mobile. You got to where you are. Whereabouts are you? West Nashville?
Yep, I'm Route 12, halfway between the Highland Parkway and.
In there, Greg.
Well, I am too.
Doug, that's Kilo Bravo 9, Oscar, Charlie Delta, and he is mobile on his way to work. Runs a night run in the world of commercial. Good to have you in there, Doug, even though it's mobile, but again, I got you in there in a good signal. N4VC, are you mobile tonight?
N4VC Mobile. Yeah, I'm about a little bit east of Springfield at the moment. I was here in the other Mobile, so not too bad. Still running the 5 watts here. Go ahead.
Yeah, 5 watts makes you the.
I'm about 5 miles east of Springfield.
You're doing great. I can't believe you. I'm hearing you good on 5 watts. Which antenna do you?
At the moment on this car, 5/8 mag mount at the moment.
Ah, well, it's doing a good job. Miles east of Springfield. That's awesome. Well, very good, Alan. I guess I should ask you that question. Is it too early to have a tree up?
We go after tomorrow night.
Okay, very good. Well, traditionally, I think everybody waited until after. In my family's tradition, my father didn't even go out and get a tree until like the 24th. So it was always a stretch.
Yeah, then you got to keep it to the end of January.
Yeah, no, we kept ours up usually a while. Thanksgiving, I mean Christmas Eve. It was always kind of like a tradition that my father was a procrastinator.
Yeah, well, it's what counts.
Yeah, very good. Well, appreciate you checking in, Alan. I hadn't heard from you a little bit, but you had a good Springfield. That was November for Victor Charlie, and he is mobile just east of Springfield on 5 watts, no less. On a
4 Alpha Whiskey Echo.
Hey, we missed you last, or whichever they were.
Yeah, I've been sort of a busy stretch, and today just had a chance to take it easy.
Well, hopefully you can get caught up some more with everything in the next 4 days.
Yeah, it looks like I've got a little bit of a break in weather to get some more work done here at the house, but tomorrow will be nice. Deep down in the country towards Hickman County and having lunch with some old friends.
Oh, that's great. So is it too early to tree up before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving?
Well, it's sort of a personal thing. I used to have a really dear friend before she passed away who a few years ago suddenly decided that Christmas was such a fun time
that she kept one of those little aluminum trees with flashing lights up year round. And I have to admit, every time in her place and walked inside, it always made me smile.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I had my mother who that had flashing lights on them.
I remember when I was a kid, back when, for a short period, those small aluminum foil Christmas trees came into. Now they're probably collector's items. But she never had Christmas music, but the small tree always brought a smile.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that really. It's the Christmas.
Why should such a good time of year just be one time a year? Indeed. How are things going with you, Paul?
Great, I think. I was just wondering that today. I was driving around. I go, let's see, I got 2 cars that run. Everything's going great.
Yeah, I know it. It's like a lot of things repaired and caught up on my to-do list around here. You know, Murphy's Law always raises. But it's like every time I fix something, it seems like something else breaks. But, you know, it's so unusual. In 10 minutes, you can be at a Lowe's or a Home Depot and find a part. I remember being in Haiti once working, and there was a section of Port-au-Prince where it was sort of a junkyard, and you flashing, and people literally were building cars out of parts.
Oh yeah, well, watching something recently on the I forget where it was even, and it was in a foreign country, and I forget where it was now, or where they were. It's either in the islands, in the Caribbean. Oh, I know what it was. It's Antigua. That's where it was. I've never been to Antigua that I recall, but I went to in the Caribbean and in South America, Central America when I was in the Navy. But it's like I try to remind people is compared to what most of the people who are, I'll just call them wage earners, you know, the run-of-the-mill people like me, in other countries, they don't even have closed sewers.
Yeah, I mean, in most parts of the world, the whole concept of what repairs boil down to, well, let's get the welder out.
Absolutely. No, it's if you leave anything out of value that has some structural integrity to it, or parts, or any part, leave out I can't even think, it doesn't matter. You leave it out, and if it's available, it will be stripped within hours.
And I was amazed at what I saw, but the amount of literally what you would call innovation is always amazing. I mean, really amazing functional stuff got repaired and built.
Well, what do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention, isn't it, John?
It always is.
Oh yeah, you've done it yourself, and you know what I'm talking about. Something that didn't look like it was fit for the task.
Yeah, to have a time of year where we sort of stop, look around, and really evaluate are the people we know and the friends we have.
Oh yeah, no question about it. We have much to be thankful for. More than most people countries hasn't changed much. They still have open sewers, and so the sewers clean out. You know, the ditches, I should say, or just the troughs that they have running down the sides of the streets, and they don't guarantee you clean water. So it's just funny how we take those things for granted. So we've got a charmed life, let me tell you. All right, John, good to have you in there. It's John. He's down to the south end, K4 Juliet, Simplex Radio.
Hello, Mike Source and one MDJ.
Yeah, hold on. We're down in Murfreesboro. How you doing, Bill? You having a good pre-Thanksgiving snack?
Well, yeah, I'm going to stay right here at the hot kitchen. Macaroni and cheese and salad and that, and enjoy the wife and the dog. I'm happy I've got that much.
And I'm happy we have them, but sometimes I think they own me rather than me owning.
Well, that's because we let them.
I know it. It's true, though. I think it was Jerry Seinfeld who said if aliens came to Earth and saw us taking care of our dogs and picking up their poop and feeding them and brushing them and nice and taking them to the vetter, they think that they were the bosses and we were the servants.
I get a little upset once in a while before, you know.
Oh no, I agree. It's our dogs are a real joy to me personally. They're always loving and they're just the unconditional love every day.
To the Christmas tree, I got a ceramic one that's about all year long.
Oh, did you really? And where was that?
I keep it up all year long. It was belonged to the parents at one time.
Oh, that's great. It's a nice memory of that, huh?
Yeah, I don't need a great big tree for just the wife and I.
No. One year I had a house that I built. This is a long time ago, back in almost 50 years ago. And I was being extravagant, and I had a house I built. I did a lot on it, but I had it built, and it had a 22-foot ceiling in the living room because they big art, big ceiling. And I saw that when I bought it, the guy says, "Are you buying this for a church?" I said, "No, it's for the house." It was like, I forget how tall it was. I want to say it was about 14 feet tall. I regretted it really because I had to build a stand for it.
I'm just really happy for what we have, and everybody else has a enjoyable Thanksgiving and a Christmas also.
Yeah, very good. We got to vote for Christmas, at least one Christmas decoration. That's nice though, Bill. Very good, Bill. That's Bill. He's in Murfreesboro, Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee, and I hope you Thanksgiving week with your family. Michael, how you doing? N1 MDJ.
Doing pretty good, Paul. How about your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we don't really call it Thanksgiving Eve, but that's what it is.
Yep. Had seafood this evening, and probably will have some good fixings tomorrow.
Excellent. See, I know you love your. Do you keep up any decorations before Thanksgiving?
Well, I try to get the lights up on the roof line before Thanksgiving. Actually, I was going to have them done yesterday, but then my people that put the lights up on the roof had a problem, so I won't get that done till Monday. But yeah, light show over here for Christmas.
Ah, cool. Yeah, it's nice to have that. I haven't been putting up any lights recently, but we things for Christmas, and we did put up small trees for Christmas. So it was it got kind of busy in here with two semi-invalids hanging around.
Well, being a ham, I have to have a.
Well, very good, Michael. Another one for Christmas decorations. That's Michael N1 MDJ, not November 1 Mike Delta. I did get that right. That's right, isn't it?
QSL, that's correct. 73 is back to the net.
Somehow when I write it down, it always doesn't always look. Who else do we have? South, please come on. And good to have you in there, Michael.
KR4AZ.
Hey, Tim, you won for early install of Christmas stuff?
No, I'll answer real quick. No, it was when I was raised up. It was it's definitely after Thanksgiving, within probably a week or so of Christmas. It was right in there, 15th, 12th. I mean, sometimes I'd pressure my mom and dad try to get a tree up. Sometimes they go far, and sometimes they wouldn't. And by the way, they were in different sizes. Little ones, like the other guy was talking about, one of those that looked like aluminum foil, but it had the color wheel. I know you remember that. Oh man, she really liked that. And we had a little Santa Claus that she'd put up in the window and had a light bulb stuck in. And that was about it. I used to put some wreaths up on the door, but now wife had a big tree, and I kind of talked her out of that because you couldn't get it hardly. I mean, the box, this struggle trying to get it trying to get it up and down out of the attic. So I found her one little small one, pre-lit, and I think I've talked her into that this year, Paul. What about you?
Oh yeah, no, we're in fact we got to do some stuff. We waited till after Thanksgiving to bring out any Christmas stuff. But you reminded me that everybody's got a little special tradition, I think. And my dad had one. We used to collect, and they had little plastic kind of. I have to find them. I don't even think I have any. They used to be little plastic humans of some type. I don't remember. They were weird looking humans. They had old time costumes or something. They were only about inch and a half tall. And at Christmas, for whatever reason, we put all those up on the woodwork that went over the big doorways in our living and dining room. I'm not sure why we did that, but my dad did it every year.
Yeah, I seem like I remember some of the. Of course, back in that day, you don't see as much anymore. You had always had some kind of. And I sit there. My thing was to eat cereal and read the cereal box. See all the, that's almost like an average. That cereal get soggy now, get busy, little man. But anyway, always, I always had a manger under the tree. Baby Jesus had a little manger, and it had a little light bulb you put in the back of it. Yeah, I remember all that. That was good.
Oh yeah, that color wheel was fancy, Tim.
Oh yeah, and that was uptown. We'd sometimes we'd go out to my grandpa's old place and cut down a cedar tree. Oh man, that was something else. Mom would worry about it drying up. You had to have it in a thing of water. And my job, you put water in it every now and then. It would really dry up. We had an old house. It didn't have electric. He had coal burning stove in it, and that would really light up. When she was a warm morning heater, you put wood in it or coal, and I've seen it so doggone red going. It's a wonder the house didn't burn down, but it would dry that tree up, dry it out pretty quick.
With you. No, it's funny. Some of the traditions you remember from a childhood because, well, it's just fun. It's fun to think about those things. I think it was they had masks that you cut out of the back of the box. Remember those?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Cut out plenty of them.
What a cheesy toy, but we were happy with it.
You and everybody on the net have a blessed and enjoy. Like I said, be thankful, Lord, for what we have, because we really are as a culture and a nation. But you never know what tomorrow brings. So enjoy what you got right now, especially when you got easy cleared.
Yeah, very good. That was Tim, Alpha Zulu. He was a delayed Christmas installer for later mid-December rather than Thanksgiving. And he's in Murfreesboro as well. Who else we got, Sal?
K4 TYJ.
J, not TYJ. Say that again.
KE4 TYJ. Jim in Woodbury. Usually not, but tonight is the exception because tomorrow's Thanksgiving and I do not have to work.
You don't have to work. You have to work Friday, I'll bet you.
So it's all good.
Oh, I guess so, man. For Wednesday night. I would guess that Friday would be a big day after for those commercial accounts after
apartment houses, but all the businesses Black Friday for the last month or so. So it's November. They start gearing up, and everything comes all the way.
Now, I was thinking about the restaurants having a lot more stuff in the dumpsters.
Open Cracker Barrel, they get an extra can. All the Cracker Barrels get an extra can just to carry them through to the because they're going to be that busy.
Well, yeah. Well, as you know, you're the unseen way of everything that was left over from the holidays, and it's all. If it doesn't get resolved, we know what happens in those garbage strikes, like in New York.
When nobody calls the office and complains or whatever. Says, hey, your driver's doing a great job. They just don't call.
Yeah, I know. I was in the service business for like 40 years, and Oh man, you guys are doing a great job standing by, ready to serve us.
Exactly. But it's all good. It's all that matters, you know. And to answer your question, Christmas trees do not get put up until.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm kind of that. Well, I am that way, not kind of. I am that way. It's because I just don't want to spend the money before Thanksgiving. All right. Woodbury, and it's Kilo Echo for Tango, Yankee, Juliet. Now, when I write down, sometimes when I write down somebody's call like yours, which I'm familiar with, I write it down right. So I feel kind of dumb. Anyway, who else we got south? There was a pile up there.
Whiskey 4, Delta Mike Lima.
Delta Mike Lima, how are you doing tonight?
Just fine. Just Doug in Franklin and getting ready for that. Doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. So the question, you probably heard that. Do you prefer to go with the Christmas stuff or right after or way after?
Well, I prefer to do what my wife wants to do, and this year, around the front door, and two got their lights up. So I don't know what's going on, but everything started early this year. But it's better than getting the turkeys out for Thanksgiving. But we're gonna have Christmas decorations for Thanksgiving.
Oh wow! Well, like I said, whatever works for you. I know we had when I lived in it somehow got competitive. I don't know why, how it started traditionally, and it was a couple of blocks from the Buccaneers play. And this street, it was actually became a citywide. Uh, every single house had extensive light across the street. It looked like a Disney light parade.
Well, my neighbor across the street's a ham also. We've talked about stringing a wire over between the trees, get up Santa and the reindeer crossing the street, but we haven't done that yet. But maybe it's not too late.
Those can't hit them. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, this will be 50 feet up. So
Franklin, that's Whiskey 4 Delta Mike Lima. It's good to have you for Christmas right now. Who else is south? Please come in.
K4IDC.
Hey, you gonna since you sit kind of back off the road, you probably don't.
Zero outside. The only thing that changes outside is a peanut Charlie Brown rug in front of the front door. Christmas theme to it.
Oh, you go all out, huh? A rug.
Yeah, but the trees.
Aha, the one for that great room you had, huh?
That's right.
Oh, that's great. It was similar to what I did in that first time.
Right. So last year was our first year with that tree, and it's an artificial. It's pretty lit. I like that. I almost don't have the physical strength to put that thing together, so I'm thinking about a small crane stow in the closet.
Maybe you can get one of those. Well, you'd need a wall big enough, but some people just project a tree onto the wall.
For that, but I don't think the missus would.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, very good, Robin. Anything else for the net? I mean,
so the concrete is set. I got bolts and posts sticking out of the concrete, and I got the posts for the 40 I've been able to do. So I'm hoping to have more time for that next week. Thanksgiving and family and such.
yeah, that would be more important. But you're going to have some time on your hands here.
I certainly intend to make tremendous progress on it. Yeah, I wanted to say in January.
Yeah, but you got to be up there when you start in January.
That's right, January 6th.
Rub it in, Robin.
I'm trying.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that I don't have to go to work ever. So other than the stuff I have to do here, but I don't want to make anybody feel bad. And Robin, I heard you talking to. It was I think it was Scott, that Whiskey Romeo Zero uniform. You're hoping to.
Hey, Michael.
Yes, sir.
No, it's working's good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed work. I was fortunate to have a job I did enjoy, and I know you. I'm pretty sure you enjoy most of the stuff you guys do. So, Good to have you both in there. I can't wait to see. Well, if you need help with that anymore with that tower, it's called Wes. Okay.
Yeah, roger that, since he bailed out the first time. I really enjoyed the QSO with Scott today. What a surprise. I was just sitting here in the shack surfing the web looking for something. He ID'd 40 over S9 and his audio was loud. It's like, I'm going to talk to this guy. And lo and behold, he's in my old backyard.
Yeah, all of it, but I heard some of it. And in fact, yeah, you had something at Corners. What was the name of it?
Crossroads, Tucker's Crossroads.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Tucker's Crossroads. Yeah, I was just intrigued because I have no idea. It's kind of fun to run it. And he just moved here, didn't he?
He's visiting, I take it, family who lives here, and he's considering what I recall.
Uh-huh. Well, sounds good. It's like we used to say in more people moving in because it's already getting too busy. So stay away. It's awful here.
Well, generally speaking, people from Iowa, I don't mind.
In 73. That was a long time ago. I know. I've been here since, well, I left for a couple of years, but I lived in the South now for 40, I forget how long years. But I know I'm still a Yankee.
Get your paperwork cleared yet?
No, I'm here illegally. My visa ran out many months.
I'm gonna turn you in.
I'm telling you. Yeah, when I see a black sedan with a kinetic finish. All right, very good, Robin. Good to have you in there. Robin's, I don't know anybody who's put up 3 towers at the same time before, but he did it. With some help, but he did it. Who else we got south? Hey, Ed, how are you doing?
Remember, Delta? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Hope everybody's having a good Thanksgiving.
Oh, I gather we are. We were taking that poll. I don't know if you heard me, whether you were up for early Christmas decorations or do you wait an extended period after Thanksgiving?
Well, I'm the type of person, the closest to Christmas, the better off for me.
Oh, no, I know what you're saying. Like I said, I don't know if you heard me. My father would procrastinate. He always had them in gas station parking lots. After dark on Thanksgiving, Christmas, looking for trees.
Well, it's sort of similar to that here, but on the farm, we'll go back on the back part of the place and try to find the perfect Christmas tree for her. And we'd see the first and she didn't like it. After she didn't like it, we'd come back to the first and we'd cut it down.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. We'd end up after the 6th place we visited. One up.
That's true. But anyway, hope everyone gonna have a good Christmas, good Thanksgiving. This was after Thanksgiving for sure. Appreciate it, and so sneak back out of here, Katie, for ZGY. Thank you, Paul.
And that's Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee. He's in Shake Rag near Shelbyville. I would have never known where Shake. All right, who else we got, Sal?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor NDN.
I also heard David. Avoiding you there, David. Hold on 1 second. I got Larry right in front of me. How you doing, Larry?
Doing good tonight, Paul. And it's whenever the wife tells you to get it out.
Well, that's probably the best answer of the group right there, is whatever she wants.
That's true.
I'm told. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor in David, how you doing tonight?
Hello, Mr. Paul. Doing very well. I knew that Larry had tried to get in there earlier and didn't hear Larry. Isn't that strange?
Well, I heard others. Jim's signal was strong enough that it just overpowered everybody.
Yeah, I heard that. You know, the Yankee has it down. Depends on where it's pointed. Say, Jim doesn't come in too strong on me, but Larry just wears me out.
Yeah, well, Jim's, I think, points it right at me, so I'm going to hear him better than I'm going to hear you or Larry.
Yeah, so would you say that an Omni is the better of the two?
In general, yes, but I raised that issue with I said, and he says, so having a beam is a bad idea. I said, well, it's a bad idea if you're net control, but it's a great idea if you live in the fringe.
Yeah,
Okay, on the Christmas tree thing, I hadn't done a Christmas tree in years. I put up one blue light in honor of law enforcement, and I remembered we used to string popcorn. I hadn't heard that mentioned, but that.
I forgot about stringing popcorn. That's funny. Did you ever eat it later? Because it was all.
I ate it till the tree dried out.
Yeah, that's right. Nah, it's funny how parents thought it was sacrilege to get a fake tree, and it was one of those deals. By the time we took the tree down in February, it'd be so dry as you took it out, the whole house was covered with needles from everywhere. You know.
I know that's right, and I know too, Mr. Paul. You was it's all right. That's all right. I appreciate what you do anyway. Have yourself a good and Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, all that. 7-3. Back to you, Bob.
So you were doing great. You were doing about almost S7 on the meter here, so I wouldn't feel too bad, aren't you?
Negative. That's on that Yankee. I tried to get through a time or two on low power and had to boost it up just to get to you. A lot, Mr. Paul.
All right. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen them. I always wanted to build and I haven't done it yet. I got to do it one of these days, and that's to build a corner reflector, which wouldn't, I'll say, accuracy narrow beam as a Yagi or a log periodic, but it certainly would give you send a signal going in one direction over a 30 or 45 degree angle.
Yes. We used to have a 11-meter beam that was 20 degrees, so you could talk 360.
Oh, well. Yeah, very good. I'm gonna have to do that one of these days, just for because I want to. All right, well, very good. That's David. He is in India for November, Delta November, and no, I never would ignore David. Never. I don't know. Except for my wife once in a while. My hearing goes bad. Who else we got? South, please come in. All right, to the east, please come now.
WA4ZHI.
All right, Jim, we lost it.
Forgot about it.
Oh, that's all right. I just thought
Well, I tried.
Oh, I know. You do a good job of it, too, man. Be a good trigger man on something, you know?
Yeah, whatever that means.
Well, I don't know. I just, somebody quick on the...
A quick straw on the draw.
Yeah, very good. Things going well for you. And what do you do? Christmas early or Christmas on time?
I'll do it about a week before Christmas.
Yeah, I got you. Well, it's different too. I would say that people, when they have young children, it goes up pretty early. When they get old and they don't have any children around, it might not never go up.
All my children at home are older, so they'll have a Christmas tree up right away probably.
Yeah, very good. Well, like I said, it's different for everybody, and I'm glad we. Thanksgiving is a great time of the year. Some of the best meals I've ever eaten were at my grandmother's for a big family gathering, and that was always fun.
Yeah, we'll go have Thanksgiving with them tomorrow. They're about 27 miles away. Had Thanksgiving today with my two younger sons are here at home. Older son and his son and my daughter-in-law, and have another Thanksgiving there.
Where do they live? Your old?
They live in the Nashville part of Brentwood.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure. I don't remember you telling me where they lived before. Okay, that's great. That's not necessarily good.
Well, I'll work on it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, very good. Good to have you in there for the last 5 years. Who else we got? The East, please come in.
India Bravo.
All righty, Richard. What's up with you? Did you get your yet? I'm not even going to ask you about your antenna.
18 inches short of being back up to 40 feet. I dismantled it, took it down, back together, didn't find anything major.
Best copy
things that were wrong with it. The PL259 that attaches to the adapter at the bottom of where they not even noticeably did loose. and where the barrel connector is coming through the window from the LMR 400, erosion on it. Other than that, I found nothing. But I put it back up, and I was restricted by my coax. Put it at the full 40 feet, but I'm going to get it back up. It's got to go back up. I haven't figured that out. But anyway, I don't do anything for Christmas anymore because there's nobody home to do it for or with. Don't do that. But I do have a resentment for folks that put it up before things because I feel like there's too much commercialization going on. Too many people trying. But anyway, with that, I'll shut up and get back to you. Have a great night. Send the feast, everybody on the net. KFOSIB.
Yeah, Tim down in Murphy, better signal from you, and I see you're here bumping up against S9 the whole time.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Tim in Murphy, signal better from you, better than today.
Well, maybe I'll not work.
Make a dramatic difference for certain. I don't think I'd want to touch it if it's working.
Only a quarter wavelength.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Well, the reason I say anything about it, and I thought I'd do it, was because.
Now, that was probably his fault.
Could have been. I don't know. All right, Paul. Thank you for what you do. I appreciate it. And hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Don't wait too.
Oh, I'll go to sleep anyway, man. That was Richard, and he's over just west of Lebanon. That's Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. It was, I think it's as good as I've heard him. He's got a nice antenna. He's got, I believe it's the Diamond X510. Isn't that the one? Yeah, it's a nice antenna. Very nice. Does a good job for you. Good, and today really could be one of the best. And I'll take Tim's as good as it gets, as good as it's been. Let's put it that way. And I think with Michael, it might have been just conditions that changed slightly. We had some odd conditions.
Well, that's true, and I've noticed that. Well, it's weird tonight too, as a matter of fact, because I was trying to listen to the.
Yeah. Well, very good. Again, Richard, Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. Your signal's kind of squared away, and you're back up to pretty much square one. Who else we got east?
KE4 TWI.
Are you on the beam tonight there, Wes?
Yep. Pointed in your direction, straight into the hill.
Yeah, that's so funny. That meter is not even slight. I'd have to get a magnifying glass to see if it moves.
Well, I'm giving you all I've got. And my comment on Christmas is last year, I was so sick of it. I forget what I said, but I made a comment in front of the family that they didn't like. And I was sad to see that now Juliet's going to open up a school, which I think should be grounds for a mandatory head examination. But that's just me. KE4 TWI.
Frankie.
Well, it got so bad I threatened to leave up Halloween decorations all through January. Just
yeah, well, I'll give you a clue. My mother played for a group called the Retired Men's Chorus in hospitals and convalescent centers and you name it. With this choir, this chorus, and it was always in the later part of the year, so it was predominantly Christmas music. It was about. She could barely stand to listen to Christmas music, and she was a great Christian woman.
Yeah, well, like Richard said, it's been commercialized to the point that I haven't gone out of it yet. Told me by mid-December I'm ready for it to go. All right, KE4 TWI. Yeah,
very good. Well, you can just you don't have to look at the paper. Very good. That's Wes in near Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Good signal though. That audio, by the way, Wes, was very good. It's just that the signal was almost zero. What was zero on my meter? It was indeed, because that's just a takeoff on what's inside the 857D. So it's not necessarily the perfect meter to use, but it's a good reference. Zero but yet your audio is very good. Who else we got east? Please come in.
KB4RSM.
KB4RSM, how you doing tonight?
Hey, doing good, Paul. How about you?
Well, if I was any better,
Well, you know, as far as I know, there may be 3 of you.
yeah. What do you call it? On my signature on my email.
Okay, no, I guess I did not see that, Paul. You had mentioned it, and I tried to let you know since it was on your signature. I just missed that, so I will look again.
Send it again. It's no big thing. So you're doing all right? How about Christmas? Are you all Christmas out by Christmas from decorations?
I don't have a tree up yet. I'm kind of more the wait till after Thanksgiving, but I has probably had one up now for, I don't know, probably a week and a half. So, you know, anyway, so I guess that's kind of my thought is, you know, don't get, but I don't mind it.
Well, you know, one of the things I thought was a neat, throw this out here, so hopefully from some other people listening besides you and me, traditions that the Spanish people use, and I'm pretty sure it's almost throughout the Spanish world, Hispanic world, they actually have Christmas is not a gift giving period to them. The tradition is the celebration of Christmas, period. And then they celebrate the King's Day when the 3 kings came and visited, and that's when gifts are given, and it's only to children. The adults don't exchange gifts.
Be against that. I don't like the idea of people, you know, getting things out of obligation or purchasing have to kind of thing, or loading people up with stuff. Or I'm kind of more of maybe do like the dirty Santa kind of thing and bring a gift, and everybody does that kind of deal, and that to me is kind of fun. But yeah, that doesn't, you know, if you took the commercial part out of it, I don't bad thing.
No, just all the retailers lose money.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the other side of it. I guess that could, you know, and people, so that could be a downside.
Well, culturally, we've turned Christmas into a commercial event, and it just is, and it's been that way for at least through the 20th century. I don't know if it went prior to that in the 1800s. I don't think it was that commercial. 1800s, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, but speaking of that, you know, even the business, you know, tremendous, huge for us. So would pretty much be directly affected by that also, but still.
There'd always be work out there doing a holiday in the year.
Of course, when we were a little bit younger, we used to have a lot of fun with Halloween and really looked great time dressing up and scaring the kids and giving out candy. And I've really enjoyed Halloween.
Heck yeah, man. What if we could do appropriation, what fun would it be?
There you
go. I never had a bought costume. All kinds of stupid things I get dressed up in. Look like a bum most of the time.
Yeah, I had a pretty talented, artsy older. He would make me up to the point that basically it would scare myself.
Well, fortunately, with Christmas.
There you go.
Well, very good. That was Glenn here in Mount Juliet, over about 109 Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Southeast.
4EHL.
I missed the first part of that. I heard the echo.
Kilo 4 Echo Hotel Lima, Bill in Watertown.
Ah, okay, Bill in Watertown. I don't think.
Always forget about it. Tom sent me an email about it. It seems to be out of place or just complete. Well, actually, I forget about it. I'm getting old. I don't remember like I used.
Well, that's why we give every ham, and one of the few country that gives hams 2 opportunities a week to miss the net.
just get to be on the next visit one time, make it up.
Yeah, no, I know. It's all in good fun. What's going for you at this time of Christmas? Do you start early or do you start late?
We're doing good. Me and my wife, we're big. Like we've got a big family. I think we're having 18 or 19 over Friday night on Thursday. The rest of the family, they've got many places they got to be, and the time they got to us, they didn't want to eat anything. We all decorations tomorrow night. Kind of like the way they're the tree. But we shop Christmas presents year round. You got to buy them when they're on sale.
As long as you can remember where you put them.
They're in the closet. We got a big walk-in closet where we keep stuff in. Some grandkids and the great-grandkids.
Yeah, I got you. Well, it's good you got that much family running around. I've got almost no family. Well, yeah, I've got a cousin over in Knoxville, but that's it. I've got nobody else in Tennessee or Georgia or anywhere in the surroundings. Me and my wife for the holidays, but that's all right too. It was good to have you in there, Bill. That was Bill down there. Are you right in Watertown?
About a half a mile north of Watertown on Roberts Road. I'm just over the hill from west.
Ah, okay, very good. That's Bill. To Watertown, Kilo 4 Echo Hotel Lima, Watertown. You have a good signal from Watertown. What kind of antenna are you using, Bill?
I've got.
Well, it's doing a good job for you. You're about an S7 from Watertown. So high?
No, my tower is only up about 35 feet, just about barely above the tree.
Yeah, and he doesn't come as well as you do.
This Cushcraft theme, I've got the 17B2 on the 2-meter sideband. It's just
for certain. And that's Bill near Watertown. That would be just a little Kilo 4 Echo Hotel Lima. Good to hear you in there, Bill. Who else we got east?
KB4 SFM. Better than I deserve. Just want to say hello. Don't hold it very long. Just now came on and the continent. 73s. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. KB4 SFM.
All right, that was the WC4 net. It's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And I hope you hear you on that net tomorrow night, Tom. Who else we got? And again, Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot. Who else we got the east?
K40s.
Man, this is going to be a huge night. Earl showed up. How you doing, Earl?
Paul, just trying to stay dry and stay out of the breeze. How about you? Yeah, that's true. Unless you got one of those there, we're in a 5-gallon bucket.
That's right. Funny I mentioned rats. We were over in, truthfully, I can't remember whether it was India or Pakistan. It had to be India. And the main deck was low compared to most ships because it was a little destroyer. But when the tide went out, when you're standing near the pier, okay, you're looking straight under the pier, and the rats would be running around on the timbers on the underside of the pier, these big. And the only weapons we had when we were in port is we had potatoes because the potato locker was open and they never locked it. And so we used to try to pick off the rats.
That sounds like one of those there games they got at the fair. You knock so many of them down and you get a big surprise.
Yeah, no, it's a funny remembrance, really. We wasted good potatoes on rats. They probably loved it. They went out and got them, you know.
Our tax dollars hardly at work.
I'll tell you the rest of the story later about the potatoes. If you only knew how much money the military spends on fuel alone, man, it's unbelievable. Yeah, very good. How about you? You get up any decorations at all?
No, I haven't really put up any decorations in quite some time here, so it's kind of like got to clean up the mess to make and stuff like that, and
I don't know. I used to really out in neighborhoods and highways and byways and enjoy other people's efforts and decoration things.
Yeah. What was that one I saw? This one guy had a house. It was a picture I saw, and one guy had a house that was completely covered in the front and the lawn and the trees, and then the other guy put up an arrow on his roof and said, "Yeah."
That reminds me of that there daggone thing.
Oh yeah, where they turned on the lights and the power station went down.
Yeah.
It's a good movie to see at Christmas. It's kind of fun. Well, very good, Earl. It's good to have you in there. Earl's in Noreen, just east of Cedars of Lebanon. Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Anybody else east? And Stan, but Stan, let's go with you first. How you doing? Here, because that means I'd have to put it up on my roof. That would just mean more work. I was thinking, truthfully, about getting the antenna and putting it up in an each-up pole, but and that antenna would probably be pretty good without too much trouble, and just to see how well it would work.
Yeah, I think the pole I have now is 27 feet, but it'll go a little bit higher than that.
Well, considering you're pegging my meter, I think you're doing just fine. But it was 13, 14 miles away.
Yeah, not too far gone. Well, I won't hold you up back to that KA4HQ.
Stan, there was at least one or two others in there. Who else was in it?
KK4, JEC.
KK4. What's that called again?
KJ4, JEC.
Okay, this has got to be Wes's better half.
That is correct.
I should remember that call, but you're checking it so infrequently. I don't remember it.
Yes, and the name is Lori.
Yes, I understand. Now, so did you hear Wes's commentary on?
Wedding anniversary?
No, he didn't mention that. He just said sometimes is overbearing, sometimes having decorations up for a long period of time.
Correct. So 16 years on Friday, originally.
He sounds like.
And say, oh, do you remember when we got this? And oh, we got this the first.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're right. It's yeah, you don't want to be a grump when you're putting up, especially the person.
16 years.
Oh, that's awesome. I was just as in contact I served with in the military, and I didn't realize it because I haven't seen him in, oh gosh, 20. But anyway, he'd been married this year 50 years. I said, man, that is so awesome.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. And then, we have 2 guinea pigs, and I found the cutest Christmas sweaters for the guinea pigs this year, and it has a little reindeer on them. It's adorable. I'll send you.
My wife does the same thing. We got suits for the dogs.
You gotta have fur babies.
Yeah, I would love to see those pictures of dressing up guinea pigs. That'd be fun. You don't
have any birds. The cats would not allow it, I'm sure.
Yeah, very good. All right, Lori.
Kilo, Echo, no, excuse me here. He's trying to talk. It's KJ, Kilo Juliet, KJ4, JEC.
Thought I had it right, but I was scribbling there. Kilo Juliet 4, Juliet Echo Golf, and that's Lori. That's Wes, and it's good to have you in there, Lori. That's again in Watertown. Who else we got? Who else was in there east? Good. I was wondering if you're going to check in today. How you doing there, Scott?
Doing pretty good here, Paul. Yeah, we just got back from looking at the lights a little bit ago there at the Wilson County Fairgrounds.
Yeah, I have been through that. The one you drive through, you talking about?
Yeah, this is the third time we've been through there, so it's before we were hoping
things would be going this early.
Yeah, well, it was funny. We went through one year in my wife's Toyota, turn off the headlights on the Toyota because when the car's running, you know, if you turn on the lights, well, you can't. When you turn on the car, the lights go on. You can't turn them off.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem. I know we had an Oldsmobile van some on military bases. They want you to turn your lights off, and that didn't work.
Like a lot of cars, when the car goes on, the lights go on. So you, I heard you talking earlier, but with. So how big is your? How high up is that antenna you have on the tower for the 2 meter?
Actually, we're probably about 140 feet up on one of these hills up here. So I think that's where location.
Oh yeah, well you're full scale to me, and if you say you're on the other side of Lebanon.
Yeah, we're out here at Crossroads. I just learned that today. So yeah, we're out here at Tucker's Crossroads.
And what kind of antennas in the attic?
Yeah, this against my better judgment here, but I put up a diamond antenna so it'll work inside. Putting that antenna outside there, lightning.
Oh, I got you. So it must be a relatively.
I think 5 dB there on 2 meters, and I usually like to run the Hustler, I think or the G6, the dual band one, but the problem is UPS wants the delivery of it than actually the cost of the antenna is because of the over
for the antenna. But I have the Diamond 700, as do some. I think it is. But shipping is free, if that means anything to you.
Yeah, years ago, I think I had a fairly long, back in the old packet days there, I had a diamond antenna, put up a 60-foot tower and got it all put up and nice coax, about 2 hours. Well, then we got a really bad lightning storm there up in Iowa, and it was in about a blue million people. So it wasn't DC grounded, so I learned my lesson there.
Oh, I got you. Well, that antenna you got in the attic's doing have a great elevation. Appreciate you being there, Scott. I'm glad you checked in. I like to think we have fun here, so I hope everybody. Romeo 0 uniform over at Tucker's Crossroads. Is that the right name, Tucker's Crossroads?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think Robin corrected you. They just call it the Crossroads. That was the vernacular. Anybody else in there west or east or north, please come in.
In 4, NYA.
It's good to see you and your wife. I had never met her before.
Yeah, she was hungry, so I said, well, come on, I'll fix that. I was going anyway, so I didn't have to drag her along. She was hungry and willing to come.
Oh yeah, no, it was good. That was a big crowd, wasn't it?
It actually was. Nice to meet some that I hadn't seen before. The one youngster there, Charlie, I think was his name, and we had a nice talk about Aries and all that. He was kind of interested in that, so we'll see what takes place about that.
Well, be fired up, and I think he is, and I know he is, matter of fact. And it'd be nice to see him rounding up some other youths, you know, in middle school and high school as time goes on.
Yeah, he could be a conduit for getting others of his peers interested in the radio. His father, I don't think his father is licensed, but he's very, very favorable toward his son being involved in all this, and really goes the extra mile to make sure he can get to events and participate. So I applaud that very much.
Oh yeah, great. His family is very supportive of his activities, and he is a very bright person.
Yeah, he's smart as a whip.
like that, the future of ham radio is probably.
Yeah, I think so. Well, very good, Dale. It was good to have you in there. And like I said, it was good to meet you. And well, I've already met you, but meeting your wife there at the breakfast on Saturday. That's November 4, November Yankee Alpha over in Lebanon. Anybody else, east or north? Anybody else? Please come in. All righty, we'll take lead check. Any late check-ins anywhere? Please come in.
W4EBX.
Hey, how you doing already?
Oh, doing very well. Now this week, so I'm ready for tomorrow.
Were you starving yourself, were you?
Well, but I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna try not to eat too much.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. I didn't get to this size by not eating. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, this age group, probably not good to overeat.
No, well, yeah, you're right. It is not a good idea. Puts a stress on the old system. I do try to keep my this girlish figure all the time.
Lost it about 30 years ago.
That's right. You know, anorexics see themselves as being too heavy. I see myself as being too thin, and I just want to keep eating.
Hey, I got my mind set on that too.
Well, very good, Eddie. You put up no decorations early this year?
Yeah, just whenever we get around to doing it.
I got you. Sounds good. All right. It's a round two at Christmas decoration time. It was Eddie, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray over in Gladeville. Anybody else late checking?
WB0 and OL.
Wow, man. Was your number 29? You know that, Mark?
No, I didn't know that, but I'm happy to hear that. And I am on the wait until a little closer to Christmas for the decorations. I have a birthday in December, and I refuse to have a Christmas tree on my birthday.
Yeah. Well, that was a little awkward when you're a kid. If you have a birthday right near Christmas, then well, did I really get the gift I should have had at a birthday? So close to Christmas.
Yeah, I never felt left out. But I remember one time my mother told me, she said, look, she's end of the year that you want to have your birthday and we'll celebrate it then. But then I got to thinking, what would they do on my birthday?
That's right. Mine was in the middle of the year in June, so it was a nice distance away from both ends of the year.
I had two birthday parties in my life. One when I was 10 and one when I was 21, and they weren't much different.
21. They only held two birthday parties. You only had one birthday party, big party when you were a kid?
Yep, I did, and of course, I guess that's not true. I had one when I was 50 too, so that.
You can say you're a kid at 50, I guess. No, I only remember one or two myself when I was a child. I think I had one when I was 9, but I don't remember.
Yeah, then it was fine with me. I went to a lot of kids' birthday parties. We had 4 kids in the family, so we'd have been having something going on most of the time. I think that was all of us having parties.
I got you. Well, very good, Mark. Mark's of the opinion that because his birthday is in the earlier part of December, that he'd never want Christmas stuff during his birthday. So that's kind of good. That's good. That's good. I don't know. Some people just don't like Christmas. He is in Hermitage. Anybody else?
Back to Papa Romeo.
Hey, Ross. I hadn't heard from you. Hey, listen, before we move on, let me know when. How's that?
That'll be good. I'm still waiting on the telescopic mass, but I got, I think, 20 feet under the diamond.
Oh, great. Yeah, I didn't know if you had received it yet. You seemed optimistic about it coming early, but I guess it didn't come early.
Not particularly, but Aries is doing a thing on the December 3rd, and it's pretty involved. I really needed to hear people.
That's the 3rd. Well, maybe it'll be up this weekend, because what do we got?
Read a calendar.
Well, I know today's the 20th.
Okay. I can forward you a picture of what I got right now. I think it just barely, the top of it clears the house.
All right, that'd be great. I'll be anxious to see that. So anyway, good to have you in there, Ross. Are you an early Christmas decorator or late?
As of the past several years, the wife's not able, so not at all. Well, the tradition was the 24th.
Yeah, that was our tradition as well. Very late. Yeah, you're right, though. Some people, this moment, I guess, because that's really the day, and I'm not sure why everybody wants to jump in there at Thanksgiving. I think it's because of the commercials. What do you think?
I think so. They probably try it right after October.
That's right. Well, some have started right after Halloween. If you haven't noticed the ads.
That and walking into the store and finding all the shelves full.
Yeah, and hearing Christmas music. In fact, I turned the radio on and I was tilting around, and there's a station. It was several days ago, and it was playing nothing but Christmas.
I tuned to another station.
Yeah, I moved along. Well, very good, Russ. Good to have you in there. And that's Russ Kilo for Romeo, and he's in Laverne. Great signal, and hoping to get a greater one. He's putting an antenna up on top of this roof. And again, Russ, great. Who else? Anybody else late checking? No lollygaggers, sandbaggers, listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, or end time survivalists. I mentioned I haven't seen 30 in a while, and it was nice to have that many, although we are 25 minutes after 9. So appreciate all the check-ins, and I hope to catch you all down the log somewhere on the air.
Hey, Scott, are you still in there? Up at Tucker's Crossroads, KE4 TWR.